What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Come here with me. Come here with me. Yes, honey, you get the picture. What up, checkmates? What's up? They trying to get me some copywriting over here, honey. Y'all hear that music pop on like they wanted to get me thrown off of YouTube, okay? But definitely welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Happy Sunday. I pray that you guys are, filled with so much joy and excitement for seeing another day, as too I am. All right, Joy speaking the building. Somebody's mama says, hey, Shar. Karma Girl says, hey, Shar, in chat. Make it do what it do, what it do. Regina in the building says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Cricket says, hey, Shar, and everyone in the chat. What up, Cricket 22? Bridget said, hey, Shar, in chat. Bella says, hey, Shar, because I ain't sleep with you last night. I know that's the truth. Audrey says, hello. Peace and blessings to everyone. Absolutely, absolutely. Claudia in the building. Hey, Shar, happy Sunday. Right back at you, babe. Right back at you. Bella says, hello, everyone. Somebody, mama said, can you hear her? I hope you guys can. I can now. All right. Y'all know I don't start to the 2-minute mark. So if you ever come in the chat and it's just looking like I'm here, if you can see the chat, that means I already started it. I started the 2-minute mark. So just so people can get a chance to come on in. Black Joy in the building says, hello, everyone. What's up, Black Joy? Make sure you are hitting that like button as you enter. Thank you, Bella. I appreciate your support. Child of God says, blessed Sunday, chat. What's up, child of God? Make it do what it do, what it do. Tanya in the building says, happy Sunday, everyone. Peace and blessings for a new week to come. Hey, Shar, what's up? Tanya, look how fast my tongue will tie, honey. 1408 Whoa says, hello, everyone. What's up? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I was going to do a video. I said, you know what? The weekend is almost over. I might as well come on in and go live. Lena, hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We ain't sleep with you last night. What up? Listen, have anybody got a chance to watch Grown in Gospel? Because baby, they got everybody beat. They got Love and Marriage Huntsville beat. I said it, I say it to the top of the rooftop. They got Love and Marriage Huntsville beat. You hear me? It was good. And they didn't care who the heck they threw under the bell, under the truck, honey, under the bus, under the car. They was just throwing them rocks, honey. Nikki in the building. What's up? Maria in the building. Make it do what it do, what it do. I did, child. Wasn't it good? I said, girl, Carlos, now you better do the dang on thing. That's what I'm talking about. Sticking to what's at hand. He stuck to the point. He got to the gritty. He didn't degrade nobody. Those children were telling their truth. Their truth, unfortunately, sometimes make God looks bad, but God is faithful. He's the same yesterday and forevermore. Okay. So really their parents' reflection was really more of themselves, although they associated with who God was. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. It was good. That's what I call getting your popcorn together and laying the law down. All right. So we're going to talk about a couple things with Love and Marriage Huntsville as usual, because y'all know that's always on the radar. And then we're going to recap this Grown in Gospel, honey, because they was grown, all right. They were grown. So definitely, if you are here under the sound of my voice and you have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. Elijah and Fred Hammond's daughter are going to be the problem. Listen, Elijah got on my nerves, Nikki. He got on my nerves. I said, oh, did he just put his hand on her head? I would have had to smack his hand, nigga. Get your hand off my head and don't put it there no more. But see, he think he's something, Nikki. Stephanie in the building say, hey guys, what's up? But definitely he think he's something. He gonna be a problem. Somebody will have to chin check him, let him know you ain't that fabulous after all, sir. So keep your hands to yourself. Keep your feet on the floor and hands to yourself. Nikki, did you hear they say she looked like she was she shopped at the Salvation Army? They ain't had to do her like that. The Salvation Army, he ain't had to say that. He talked about she part of the LSE situation. He said she got low self-esteem. I said, no, you didn't put her out there like that. Mine too. Hey, Shar, what's up? Live, laugh, and love. What's up? Bridget in the building. Make it do what it do. What it do, girl. I was laughing too hard. You know, I was laughing, honey. And then I was like, I said, you know, it's going to be something that we got to put out there for everybody to go watch so we can come back and talk about it. Because if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, as long as we've been watching it, it is draining at times. It's draining, especially for content creators. I can only imagine what it is for the viewers. Of course, we're going to talk about it because it's what's hot in YouTube streets right now. And we got to stay on topic, right? Or to stay with what's popular, right? So definitely we have to talk about it. But it was a breath of fresh air. And when you know better, you do better. That's just simply what it is, okay? So definitely let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Start with Tiffany and her baby bump. If you guys come in, hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Listen, y'all, my Tiffany look cute. Don't she look so cute? Look at her. I said, Tiffany, we should have gave you a baby a long time ago. Listen, Big Lou, you should have been aimed in the right direction because she is glowing. Do y'all see the baby bump? Said her face is full. She got like this natural tan glow to her. Her stomach is like full and round. And she just living in her, you know, in her glory of this baby. And I'm just like, whoa. The only thing that makes me so scared is that she may think that this is going to um fulfill the void that she is feeling in her marriage. Now, that's not my business to talk about, right? That's not my business to go and, you know, blast somebody and say what's going to happen and what's not. That's not my business. I'm just Char, okay? I'm just the messenger. But that's my only fear. When this is over, would your marriage be enough for you, right? Because she just looks so cutie cute. I said, look at Tiffany. I gotta talk. Look at her little round face, and you know they don't have much to talk about on the show. And I honestly, my honest opinion for them, if they had any type of like soft spots in the marriage, I think Love and Marriage Huntsville would ruin that versus allowing them to work through it. Um, I don't see them as having much go on. I don't see her as being able to hear Lou. I see she wants things her way. I also see, this is just my opinion, guys. I also see that she's not, she's probably like me. This is what I get from Tiffany. She probably was at the bottom at some point, and now that she's where she want to be financially, I think she's afraid to go back, and she definitely do not want to depend on other people to take her to the top. So I think she's going to do all she got to do in her circle or in her circumstance to make sure that she don't go back to the bottom or where she was that she considered to be a low level, right? So I think that's her worst fear, but she's not recognizing the damage that is doing to her husband, to take his voice from him, to take his manhood away from him, because she wants to be in charge of everything. And it's just my opinion. This is what I got from it, right? So we know she wanted the baby. She was willing to do everything for the baby, and she thinks that this baby is going to make it better. Unfortunately, that's not realistic, right? Now, are we hoping for divorce? Absolutely not. I tell you all the time, divorce is like having a baby, honey. It is painful. It hurt like hell. You want to know if somebody gonna come in and give you some medication to help it go away, and you don't know what tomorrow was going to be like. Just like you don't know what tomorrow gonna be like when you're having a baby. The baby might be up all night and keep you up all day. I mean, and sleep during the day, right? You might have to go back to work in 6 weeks, and the baby might not be ready for you to go back to work, and the baby might be still on that breast. You know what I mean? So it's just like having a baby. So no, I'm not wishing for divorce, but I want her to be realistic with the circumstances that they are in, right? I pray that they are doing some behind the scene counseling to work through those things. So that when the baby comes, because sometimes baby will even strain the relationship more than benefit the relationship if you haven't handled those things. So I hope that they're working on some things that we cannot see, right? That will benefit them. That is my biggest hope for them. Let me see what y'all saying. Let's see. I spoke to everyone. Yes, he is. Girl, I was laughing so hard. Olivia says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Olivia. I was kind of skeptical about watching it. Yes, me too. But I made sure I found it today and I was able to catch it. I was like, this gonna be it right here. Somebody's mama says, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC is like a job, stressful. Huntsville, NDC. Um, you know what? I forgot to tap that into my to my thumbnail with DC. But let me tell you something about DC. Wait a minute, wait. We're gonna tag them in. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something about that Ashley. I don't like the way she did that. Even though they were telling the bold-faced lie, she's talking about, oh, well, when I get upset, I just say some crazy things. Girl, bye. Upset my behind. You knew it exactly what you were saying, okay? Bridget says, oh, yeah, she looks so cute. Sandra says, hello, Char and chat. What's up, Sandra? Tanga says Tiffany does look glowing and happy. She looks great. She does. She looks really, really, really good. I'm gonna pair a pregnancy picture back up here, y'all, because I just like the bubble. Okay. I said, girl, work it. Okay. Put your eyes up in the air and bat your eyes. I said, work it. She looks really, really, really good. Good evening, Healing with Char mods in chat. I just left a sunken place where a CC was defending the Trump. I cannot with the foolishness. Woo! I said it. Now what? I like the name. Child, did you let him have it or what? You okay? You got your cup of cold water. You relaxing now? Because sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and let them have it. All right. I hope that you are finding some type of relaxation time, but I understand it. Jolanda says, good evening, Char and chat. What's up, babes? From Nella in the building. Make it do what it do, what it do. Tiffany do look cute being pregnant. Absolutely. And if anybody say she don't, they hating on my girl. Y'all know I ain't no fan of Tiffany because they really don't got much going on. But when people look cute, you gotta be, woman enough and man enough to say, girl, get it. Okay. And she's getting it. She's working that belly. Make it do what it do, tip. All right. Happy Sunday to you and your family. I appreciate that. Right back at you. Monica says, hello, Char and chat. What's up? PK Joe says, hello, Healing with Char. What's up? AC says, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Right back at you. Monica says, I don't watch DC Love and Marriage. Huntsville, DC. It took a while to get to the point. Okay, Monica. It took a while to get to the point, but it's just starting to get juicy like, child, listen. So definitely Love and Marriage DC don't have nothing on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think that they're going to have to do some cast changing because their cast, and I'm sorry, a couple of them is a little bit dry and old school. I ain't gonna say no names, but they're going to need a little spunk in the cast if they want to keep airing every season and get another renewal of their season, because their cast ain't it, and neither is the husbands, if you ask me. But it is better than last season, and it is watchable, in my opinion. Child of God says she does look cute. Just praying for her to be fulfilled. Absolutely, because she's definitely looking for something and someone to fill this void. I hope that she gets what she needs. I'm with you. Geneva in the building. Hi, Geneva. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Because we ain't sleep with you last night. All right. So definitely, all right, Love and Marriage DC. Y'all know I ain't gonna recap the whole thing because it wasn't really much going on other than this premiere party that Winter was having, and everybody came to this party. But I'm just going to address this one thing with Love and Marriage DC, where Ashley told it was Alicia that Joy was already married, and Joy was hot as hell, honey. You can see her little dread hair, child. It started to spike up. She was mad. All right. But she also mentioned that her husband told her, don't tell nobody. Joy said that her mom knew, which was there in a part of the little small ceremony they had, but nobody else knew. And the husband said, I ain't tell nobody about it because she asked me not to. But she said the moment that she went back to her husband and told her husband that she mentioned to Ashley that they were already married, she said that her husband told her it was a bad idea. So now Ashley is running with this, I just say some crazy stuff when I'm mad. Hell with you. Okay. Now they shouldn't have been lying. We're gonna get to them lying on public on national TV. We're gonna get to that lie. But with all of that, if the child asked you not to tell, why you had to open up your big old mouth and tell this girl's business that she really wasn't married, talk about you say some things when you're not mad. So here's the thing. Ashley, in my opinion, if you guys watch the show, Ashley, in my opinion, you need to focus on your house. And if your husband's coming home when he's supposed to, and he's going to pick your family over top of DJ, we need you to focus on that and stop running a trap about everybody else's marriage, okay? And if your girl asks you not to tell, who are you to come and tell? And then she comes back and tries to apologize, like, I really feel bad. And send the girl, she showed the girl text messages, they popped up on the screen of the conversation between her and Joy, where Joy asked her not to tell. And then she shows the text message that she sent Joy apologizing after she done it. Because when Irena and Joy and Ashley were all sitting down, Irena was like, well, are y'all already married? And Joy just sat there like, B, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, we're not already married. Of course, it's not the truth. And Ashley, at that moment, when you saw the uncomfortableness in Joy's face, you had ample amount of time to pull the story back, but you didn't. You kept going like, that's what you told me. Child, I would have had to smack the hell out of you. Because see, one thing for certain and two things for sure, I don't like nobody to play in my face like, catch me if you can, right? Hide and go seek type of thing. You knew exactly what you were doing when you did it. And I find out you was real shady for that. Okay, so word to the wise, don't tell Ashley nothing, because it's going to be between you, her, and everybody else. Because Ashley, in my opinion, is miserable as hell. That's why she's turning around and pointing at everybody else and telling everybody else business, because you can't get your own, situation in order. Okay, but once you saw that uncomfortableness in Joy's face, like, B, what? Would you really just tell what I asked you not to? You had ample amount of enough time to turn around and recant that story, but you kept going with it. That's what you told me out of your own mouth. Ain't no way it could be a lie. She said it's a lie. Then when she got home to her husband, she told her husband, and then it came out like, yeah, we are already married. But a lot of y'all on these shows is faking storylines. Stuff already happened 10 months before. We just saw Tisha and them do it with the whole friend passing away situation. Tisha and them came on there, went to Dr. Francis retreat, and came like her friend had just passed away, and we find out the friend passed out months ago. It happens to everybody. So who the hell is Ashley to go tell this girl business? That was corny. It was lame. It was whack. Okay. And I would have had to smack the hell out of you. Bring some sense back to your coming to Jesus moment. Girl, don't play with me. Okay. If I tell you something, that means it's between you and me. Stop showing off of these cameras. So now my biggest concern is, what is Joy and her husband going to talk about now? Because they ain't got nothing going on. And Ashley done blew the top off their secret and told that they've already got married. So now they were planning on sharing the whole story and leading up to their marriage. But now that they're already married, what the hell are they going to talk about? They dry as hell, if you ask me. Okay. Y'all know I had to get her real fast. I had to let her know. I had to give her back. I had to check her like a love and marriage Huntsville check. Ain't nothing like a love and marriage Huntsville check. Okay. Hi, Shara Chats and chat and mods. What's up? Let me see. DC Cast has childish behavior and do and is. Okay. Monica, okay, I might give DC a try. Yeah, once I start talking about it, y'all know it'd be interesting. I'll be like, I put it plain, simple, and straight to the point to get y'all to go over there and watch it so we can come back and drag them hussies, okay? Because it's some dragging just got to happen. Was Joy already married for real? Yeah, she was already married, child of God. She was already married. This was just their storyline. They already got married. And her mother was there, as she stated. And her husband said that he didn't tell nobody because that was the plan, which I thought was pretty selfish. If she was able to have her mother there, I feel like he should have been able to tell one person in his family. And he didn't say that was her, her doing. He just said that he chose not to tell nobody. So I don't know if it was her doing or not, but I feel like the one important person to him should have known that they were already married. I just, I don't know. I watched Joy and Clifton for Ready to Love. I never watched them on Ready to Love. So it's nice to see them in a whole new element. Should be called Love and Marriage be more, because most of them live in Maryland. Do they? Wow. I said it now, what? Or Love and Marriage DMV. Yeah, you're right about it. I live in DMV, and somebody would have got the pause by now. Say that again. You gonna sit here and tell what I asked you not to tell, and then check this out. When they got to the end of Winter's performance, when they walked into it, Joy basically, Ashley was speaking to everybody. Joy was like, no, Trick, keep your high and buys to yourself. We're not doing that. We're not in that space. And here go Ashley. I was really hurt by that because, we're not really in that spot. No, why are you hurt now? I'm trying to understand why you hurt. Why was she walking this event like what you just did to her wasn't corny and lame and childish as hell in high school and like you can't keep a secret? Okay, why would she speak to you? I would have walked by you with my 6-inch heel on, might have stepped on your toe, as a matter of fact. I would have dog walked you, as a matter of fact. If you ask me, she was real polite with you. Couldn't happen on my watch, all right? So then she turns around at the end like Joy was saying bye to everybody. Here she go like, no, we need to talk. Oh, so now she don't even get a moment to just have her moment to be mad. You want it to be over because you can't take the heat. So now it's something you like, we need to talk. And she politely let her know, nah, sis, we ain't doing that. We're going to bypass that. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm not ready. When I'm ready, I'll let you know. You don't get to call the shots in my car. I said, Joy, let her know again. Sis, you was corny, you was lame, and now I got to side eye you. Do I even want to sit in the same space as you ever again? Okay, so that's the Love and Marriage DC Love and Marriage DC topic of that whole episode. That's basically what it was about. They didn't really have nothing going on that I really want to talk about besides that incident. And I forgot to add it to the thumbnail, so I thought it'd be worth, newsworthy. Let's see. Hello, Char. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Welcome to the chat. So definitely that was that. We just getting started. We talked a little bit about Tiffany and her baby bump, as you can see on the screen. Then we just talked about Love and Marriage DC. Now we're talking about Melanie's event that she has coming up that she asked everyone to go on over and sign up for. So that's that. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'd rather pull it up versus, because I like a visual now. You know what I mean? I like the visual. Because at the end of the day, we need to hear what everybody's talking about. We want to be in attendance too, you know what I mean? So Melanie will be getting ready for her next event. I forget where it was, but we're going to talk about it. All right.
Melanie Sheree, and listen, March 31st, I want you all to meet me in Rockford, Illinois for the Women Who Lead Gala, presented by Women in Wealth. Women in Wealth is an amazing organization who work to educate, train, and empower women, and they want you to come out and help celebrate. So meet me March 31st in Rockford, Illinois. How do you get your ticket? Click the link below. Can't wait to see you guys. Bye!
All right, that was from our girl Melanie Sheree. That's her next event that she is working with. I just love that she never sits still. She's always on the go. She's always on her grind. I believe that she never takes no for an answer. Now, I don't know her personally, right? But I just love that she never sits and sob in the situation. We all know, we've all learned that she is going through her custody battle, which I'm sure is very sensitive to her family. I'm sure it's sensitive for Ms. Van to watch her go through it. But we're talking about believers, so I'm sure they know that God is going to work it out and he will have the final say when it's done and it's over with, right? But I love that she doesn't even allow that to stop her. Now, she said on numerous occasions that she does go into moments where she don't want to do anything, but she don't stay there. And that was the purpose of her push through shirt that we saw her, basically come up with it, talk about it on live, and then before you know it, there was merchandise available for the push through. And that's the season that anybody should be in right now, because you got to talk about it with the economy, with the constant deaths and the killings, and now it's worse than what it was before. They continue to happen over and over again. You must push through your current circumstance. But we also have to remember that if God did it then, he can do it now. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So we have to remember that. So the push through thing, I was jumping for joy for that because I received that. Push through, push through, push through. So that's what she's doing, honey. And y'all heard it for yourself. She says, click the link down below. Click that link. I got you. That's the further instructions you're going to need. Okay, so shout out to her for her next event. Now let's talk about this groaning gospel, honey. Let's talk about the groaning gospel. So we have Nikki, Elijah, Bree, which is Fred Hammond's daughter. Nikki actually is the Clark sisters, or her aunt. Her aunt, and she's the manager of them, which I found interesting, right? So Elijah is the preacher kid. I forget who his preacher daddy was, but he's the preacher kid. Nikki is the manager of the Clark sisters, and they're her aunties, right? Bree is Fred Hammond's daughter, which the story shocked the hell out of me, okay? But that's why you can't be thinking that stuff ain't happening in these people's lives. Stuff is happening right, like they humans just like we are, okay? They playing shady just like we are. Some of them are deadbeat, just like the regular men we walk by every day. All right. And this story shocked the hell out of me with this Bree and Fred Hammond stuff. I said I was going to go up there and knock the hell out of Fred Hammond mic out his hand and tell him, don't pick that mic back up until you fix your situation with your daughter. That little girl is broken, and she's been broken since she was 16 years old when her mother and her daddy got a divorce. With that being said, you knew that she was broken. You need to go fix this issue with your daughter and don't pick up another mic until you do. That's coming from Shar, straight from the hip, okay? I'm going to need you to go fix it with your daughter. So when they first start off, Elijah is singing in the bathtub, and, he has a wonderful voice. He's telling, who his daddy was, which I don't remember, and I did not write it down, okay? And he's a preacher kid. So Nikki, like I just told y'all, she's the manager of the Clark sisters. Her husband now, this is interesting, right? Her husband is incarcerated, right? So when her and her mother start talking about her husband, I thought maybe he was away, and somehow he couldn't be at her 40th birthday party. That's what I thought. But that was not the case. All right. So we later learned that was not the case. And he has been incarcerated for 4 years. He was sentenced to 7 years, right? And he was sentenced to 7 years. So her and her mom is talking. She's saying she don't want to do nothing for her 40th birthday because her husband isn't here. She's just not feeling it. She also go on to tell how she used to be, she liked those street dudes, that gangster lean stuff, right? She likes those kind of dudes, and those dudes basically curl her toes, right? And she says that she had her rebellious moments, and she said she went through the moments where she went from the nightclub to back on the stage singing gospel songs on Sunday morning, right? And the church had such a big problem with it, but she was not in a state to accept it. But she also gives her mom credit to say, my mama never turned her back on me. So because of that, my mom always basically prayed for me. And then she goes on to say that now she lives in a house with her 2 kids and her mother, at her mother's house with her 2 kids, because the husband is away and it's more convenient for her. Thank God for when we can go home when our river runs out, right? And we can always go back home to our parents. So shout out to her mother for that. One of the Clark sisters herself. So she talks about it. But here's the part that got me, y'all. Child, she gets dressed, right? I mean, like a dress. She gets fully dressed. She well, according to her, honey, she ain't had no undergarments under that dress, honey. She's laying out. Now I said, the husband is what? He incarcerated? And you over here with no undergarment? What's going to happen on this screen right now? Okay. I said, is y'all about to get dirty on the screen? You about to have some love talk? What's about to happen on the screen, right? So I said, now this supposed to be grown, I know, in gospel. So God is somewhere in the building and in the mix. I know y'all ain't about to show these people doing what they do on this screen, right? So lo and behold, she throwing roses out all across the room. She got the wine going. She got the strawberries going. I'm like, oh, hell no, Carlos. What the hell is about to go on here? So lo and behold, she goes, and the phone ringing is a collect call from her husband. And she's explaining to him what she got on. She got this little see-through dress on, and she says she ain't wearing nothing up under that thing. Okay. And he goes on to say how much he appreciates her for being there and loving him unconditionally. And so I'm still stuck. Why in the hell did she do all that? Like they was going to have some phone intercourse if he incarcerated and you wasn't on the screen. They were on a phone call. It wasn't like on a FaceTime or a computer call or nothing. So I guess she mentally wants to feel like he is there to keep the spark and hold on to him. But I was like, hell no, that was too much for a jail call, honey. It's going to be a no for me. I was like, not the sexy for the jail call, child. Listen. Patricia E in the building says, good evening, Shar. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. Love y'all every day. Amen. Right back at you, Patricia E. Joy says she's blessed and living her life as God ordained and is. Okay. Christina Miller says, push through. Absolutely. Nikki says, yes, it shocked me too. Shocked the hell out of me. I said, girl, you doing a 7-year bid? You a bad somebody. Because I won't. I can look, they say never say never. I said it, I meant it, and I'm here to represent it. It's a never for me. Woo child. Say it again, honey. Sandra says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sandra. How are you? I was like, what, child? I was like, what? Oh, hell no. Why you ain't got no undergarments under there? She said I had to be romantic. I said, with who? I said, who we getting romantic with? You on a phone call. You ain't on a screen where you can at least get a little, little excited from the body that you about to see, or maybe the face that you're about to see. If you're anything like me, maybe the ankles, okay? But you ain't gonna see nothing, just the voice. And you got rose petals out and wine going and strawberries going. Child, she had a time last night when he got off that. Yo, she had a time last night when he got off that phone and them cameras started rolling, honey. She went to town. Okay. So I said, Lord, I ain't never seen nothing like this before, but if she like it, I love it. Okay. So that was it for her. And then I see all y'all white hearts coming through us. Thank y'all. Ever since the show aired, Fred Hammond has been liking his daughter IG post. Oh, what? I need to go blast him, KS. Let me hold on. Let me read it, because I got time for him. He on my crap list. Okay, I got time for him. I don't like that. That baby is hurting. I want to go hug her through the screen. Okay, wait a minute. On her IG post, how despicable, but the cat's out the bag, Fred. You're a deadbeat. And we called it, and we said what the hell we said. Kay said it first, and I second that. He's a deadbeat. That baby is hurting. She's been hurting. How's she out here trying to scrounge up her crumbs of her career when her dad is Fred Hammond? How do you do that? And all the Christians that, the ones that like to sweep everything under the rug, the Clark sisters made a comment like, well, maybe you could talk to her, talking to Nikki, telling Nikki, maybe you could talk to her because you remember when you was rebellious, Well, y'all got to stop talking, because here's the thing, and I don't mean to get on God's people, but let's talk about it, okay? Here's the thing. We got to stop saying that children are being rebellious when we don't live in their house, because sometimes their rebelliousness come from the lifestyle that they see you living on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you drunk as hell, or you having sex with all types of people, or you're beating the hell up on their mother, or the mama beating the hell up on you, or the mama can't get you to come home at night, but somehow y'all can keep connecting that with rebellious. That's not rebellious, okay? Sometimes they go to the opposite, and I'm not saying that this is her situation, but I am saying that sometimes they go the opposite way from the lifestyle that you chose to stay in or accept. So stop talking about these kids are rebellious to your super Christian. Stop it. All right, I said it. I'm in him. Carlos King again shows he is only interested in filth and gutter. Who said that? Barbara Reed. Child, listen. I was like, Carlos, it's good though. I ain't gonna lie to you, Barbara. I'll be lying to you if I ain't say I didn't enjoy this. I actually enjoyed it better than Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I was like, ooh, this is going to be good. I think he hit the jackpot with this one. Hottie Stuff says, hey, Sharon chat. What's up, Hottie Stuff? Make it do what it do. Joyce, I'm sorry. I just had to make it plain. But listen. So that was with Nikki, honey. So Bree, who we talking about, Fred Hammond's daughter, her name is Bree Hammond, okay? It's Fred Hammond's daughter. She's trying to figure things out. And what was his name? Jay, what was the dude name? Jay Brooks, okay? He's another artist from, his family is, gospel artist, and he got the connects, basically, right? But here's the thing. So she sits down with Jay Brooks, and she's telling Jay Brooks, I'm trying to rekindle my, what I got going. Well, first of all, let's back up. She meets up with her mom and brother, and she's telling them that she's trying to get off the air mattress. I said, the air mattress? What the hell is she doing laying on the air mattress? Okay. Why she laying on the air mattress and her daddy is Fred Hammond? Hell no. That's the first red flag for me. Okay. So she lay on the air mattress, and she was telling them that, it's hard to focus on her career when she's been hurt since she was 16, and her mom and her dad has divorced. You know, she says that her and her dad relationship hasn't been good since then. And basically she felt like, you know, her and her mama did everything together basically when they were together. And then she ultimately had to make a decision. She has to help her mom because her dad wasn't doing so after the divorce, from what she was saying. That's what I gathered. And it put a wedge on the relationship that she had with her dad, because like any child, you don't know how to not be mad at your dad if your mama's hurting. That's any child. That's your daddy and that's your mama. But most 9 times out of 10, that child is probably going to roll with their mother. That don't always happen, but 9 times out of 10, that's what happened. And that's what it looks like. She rolled with her mother because her mom was struggling. So she didn't know how to still be a daddy's girl and still be there for her mother. So it grew this wedge between her and her daddy, which eventually still trickled down till today as a grown woman. They divorced when she was 16. They did end up praying for her and praying for her stability and her well-being, her career and stuff like that. She later met up with Jay Brooks, which also is a part of this show. That's the one you guys see in the back. He's like the man. He's the man with all the connects. And he keeps it a G with her. You know, he tells her that she has to stop making excuses. If you work a 9 to 5, you're going to have to work 9 to 5 on your career if you really want it. He says, let's just bottom line it and face this thing. Fred Hammond is your daddy, but no more handouts from your daddy. Your daddy is not going to help you get your career off the ground. You're going to have to get this thing from scratch, which is unfortunate and trifling, okay? And I ain't appreciate that. She watching all her other little preacher friends or minister friends or what you call that? Musical friends get it from their family and get handed down and get hooked up with this person, that person. And you mean to tell me her daddy is Fred Hammond and he can't even sit her with one producer? Child, make that make sense. Trifling. I don't care what she picked and whose side she picked. That is your child. You make sure your child win at all times, okay? So basically, you know, that's what Jay was telling her. Stop making excuses. You know, he said you still struggling, you know, but that's not an excuse. He's, you know, that's not an excuse for why you can't grow. Um, he tells her also that, you know, you have to take advantage of the little bit that you have, right? No excuses, make it happen. And I liked him for that, for keeping it 100 with her, right? Keeping it 100 with her, didn't let her get a bypass, and don't give her false hope. Don't think that her dad's going to come around. Just already block it out your head that he's going to come around and help you, boo. You got to do this for yourself. So then they all go out, and Jay go out with Tasha K. Lockhart is also somebody on there. She's on there from what was that show? Sunday Best, from Lockhart from Sunday Best. She's on there. Elijah show up and Nikki shows up. So they start talking about Bree, which I thought was kind of like lame. Y'all having a whole conversation with her. And Jay, you just act like you was all team her, but now y'all talking about her. I ain't like that. Okay. So, you know, now she was not, he says that he think her daddy and them never celebrated her as an artist. He says that she is trying to basically find herself. She's full of excuses, which I think that was a personal conversation that y'all had. You ain't had no business going back repeating it to the group, but you know, messy is, messy does. All right. So he says that she should she should be really full aware that her dad is not going to be available for her career or her. She's going to have to work from the bottom, work. He also throws some shade in there and says she's gonna have to work on her fashion. She's gonna have to work on her vocal tuning. And I was like, dang, you had to tell them everything she had to work on. That was corny. It was lame. It was whack. Okay, so he did go ahead and say that. And then Nikki, you know, she's the manager of the Clark sisters, which we mentioned that, right? And make sure y'all can hear me. She's the manager of the Clark sisters, which we mentioned that. She is throwing her mom got a call from the boyfriend the husband that's incarcerated. Her mom got the call from him and he wants to do something special for her birthday. So they all get together and they end up at this birthday party. And when they end up at this birthday party, we got Kiara Shears in the building. We got Tasha. We got Jay Brooks. We got Bree coming in that nobody knew that she was invited. We got the Clark sisters. We got Bishop in the building, which is the Clark sisters' husband. A bunch of celebrities in the building. So shout out to them. And then Bree come walking through the door, and that's when the shade just started shading. Honey, everybody had on sunglasses. And it started with that dang on Elijah, honey. He went full throttle. And I was like, why you had to do it like that, Elijah? Because you ain't too smooth, swift yourself. If you ask me, I ain't like the color hair. You got to take that down. If you ask me, you ain't have to do that. And you all rubbing your hands through her head like you need to give her a makeover. Y'all got the same color hair. So what you saying for real, sir? Okay, so that's what I didn't like about that. Um, so she walks into the party and everybody jaws drop. You could tell that nobody knew that she was Fred Hammond's daughter. Nobody knew that she was Fred Hammond's daughter. Even though she looked like him, they were not sure who she was, right? So nobody really gave her the attention that she needed. Okay, so then they get ready for this 40th birthday party. Bree walks in. Um, Tasha's going to say Bree looked like she was from the Salvation Army. She shopped at the Salvation Army. I said, not the Salvation Army. Then Elijah says, she looked like she has a case of low self-esteem. I'm like, now, Elijah, what the hell you got? Because you look like you got a case of low self-esteem. You over here talking about somebody, what do you got? Because you look like you're going through a crisis. You sitting in the middle of a birthday party with a glitter mask on. What you saying for real, Elijah? All right, so you sat there, you talked about her, but you got a case of something going on yourself. But that's just my opinion, right? So Nikki walks into the party, and when she walks into the party, she started crying because the husband voice is on the screen, and he said how much he loved her and happy for. I said the man from the jail that called and threw a whole 40th birthday party from the behind the bars. Woo, child. Okay, he behind the bars and he threw a party. Hell, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did say he do better than the men that's right here in our beds. He done threw a whole 40th birthday from the behind the bars. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You love your wife. I see you. Okay, so he goes on, he throws the party. His voice is on the screen. She started like the ugly cry. Okay, she can't breathe. They were so mean. They were, Nikki. I was like, you got glitter hair and a mask, okay? You got gold hair and a glitter mask. You don't look too cute yourself. All right. And then you're going to go say hi to her after you done said she came from Salvation Army. If you feel like she dressed it like the Salvation Army, maybe you should have kept your hello to yourself with your fake behinds. Okay. See, I can't do fake. I can't do it. But anyway, basically, so they, she started crying. Nikki started crying all with the ugly cry, can't breathe, falling all over the place, child, because her husband from the jail cell, from the penitentiary, is on the screen saying, I love you. I said, sis, this ain't no different than the phone call he just got you that you done threw rose petals out for. But listen, if you like it, I love it, okay? You can tell everybody in the room, like, we ain't got nothing to say. Child, what the hell? Get up. What you crying for? Okay, he behind bars. He done did 4 years. Girl, is this really what you settling for? But nobody said nothing. Some people was kind of happy for her, but other people was like, child, please. As I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Love is love, but they ain't what I signed up for, honey. So anyway, she all crying with the ugly cry, and that was that. So everybody's faces is like, B, what is going on here? I'm telling y'all had to see their faces. Their faces was like, what? So as they making these faces like, girl, don't get up right now. As they making these faces, Eliza, they mingle amongst each other, and Bree is doing like little autographs. He's being sarcastic, and he's like, Bree, can I have an autograph? I'm like, don't try to play her like that, okay? So Elijah done rubbed his hands. This is when she started to get annoyed. He takes his hands and rub it through her hand. She politely moved his hand from her head and said, basically, that's for her man to do. He says, oh, you got a man? All right. I said, now, Elijah, why would you do that? Why would you? And then you talking about she got a man. The girl ain't ugly. She was pretty as hell. All right. She's skinny as hell, which means that she could probably freak anything she wanted to freak. All right. So you hating at this point. You seem like you're going to be a problem in my book, and I'm going to have to come get you together every single time. Okay. So that was that. While that's happening, the bro from behind the bells, which is Nikki, husband that's in the penitentiary, that did 4 years and he on his way to 7. Child, he done upgraded her ring. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, not the ring upgrade, honey. And she went ballistic. She done whipped down, honey, slow motion. He done upgraded her ring from the jail cell, and the ring was nice. All right. So that was pretty much it. Let me see if I got anything else. But I think that was pretty much it. But really got me at the end when Bree was walking around everybody and nobody said, hey, this is Fred Hammond's daughter. But I think Tasha did say this is Fred Hammond's daughter, because people was just thinking she was just a fan that was giving them hugs. They didn't know that she was Fred Hammond's daughter and she was the child inside the church. And they didn't know. So I shout out to Tasha for that, for actually letting people know who she was, to get her face out there. But to the Clark sisters, I didn't appreciate them telling, Nikki that she could talk to her because she was in her state before. No, she don't know what she's experiencing. Maybe she can say, maybe you can go from another way, but I don't think y'all should be minding people business like that. Y'all don't know what that girl is feeling. He had all this time to talk to his child and make it right. He come on here, he sing about Jesus, he get down on his knees and sing about Jesus. And you mean to tell me that he don't know how to make it right with his child? That child is hurt, as you can see. And when you watch the show, you're going to see what I'm talking about. That baby is hurt. And I pray that he makes it right. That's the end of my recap. All right. They were really haters, and is and was. Let me see. Citro, what's up, babes? Welcome to the chat. Peace and blessings, Shar. What channel and time does this show come on? Now, wait a minute, because y'all know I catch the replay of everything. It's WeTV. You probably have to look it up. It is WeTV. And it is a Carlos King show. It's Grown in Gospel. So go check it out, because y'all know we're going to be here every single Sunday recapping this thing. And we got something we need to say. I'm going to tell you, Citra, it was better than Love and Marriage Huntsville. And y'all know we love ourselves some Love and Marriage Huntsville over here. It was better than that. I liked it. And I ain't just blowing smoke up y'all behind because I'm going to do the review. I'm serious. I liked it. Victoria in the building. What's up? Peace and blessings, Char. Okay, I think I read that one. Nikki says they were so mean. Yes, they was. Did you see Elijah put that hood on his head? Yeah, I just told them he had a glitter mask on his head and he trying to hate on somebody, talking about something. They got a case of low self-esteem. What the hell you got? You got a mask on in the middle of a classy event that everybody got on formal wear, and you running around here with a whole mask on like you stunting on somebody. It's gonna be a no to me, and it's also gonna be a no for me for the new single he got out. What was the name of that single? Was it Attractive or something? What was the name? I think I wrote that single down. I need to know. What was the name of that song? I'm gonna get to the name of that song. Name of that song, I got it. I know I wrote it down. Okay, Elijah was in the studio. I wrote it down. Dang, I don't even remember the name of the song. I was very black. Dang, I was very blasting, but I ain't like the song. I think it sounds too femalish. I didn't like it. And he had a voice where he was going to be like, woo, knock you off your feet. Like, ooh, baby, sing it to me. He didn't have the voice for that. He did have an amazing voice, but I just felt like it wasn't giving what I needed it to give in a moment. It wasn't making it do what it do. Okay. So that was that. It was made in good taste. I was surprised. Citra, listen, it was. I just told Nikki that it was made like in good taste. He did a good job with this one. He hit a home run. And as long as he stay on task, it don't become distasteful. The moment that he try to make it like evident the truth, I believe that it's already, the truth is already like good. So you don't have to make it messy and distasteful to make it good. If he stay on the task that he's on, oh, Carlos in there, baby. He did that. He hit a home run with this one, and I'm going to be here for it every single week. All right. So that was basically what I had to say. Did you? Okay, I think I read that one. But definitely, he made it do what it do. I enjoyed it. So if you guys didn't watch it, go watch it. I'm telling y'all, I wouldn't lie to y'all about nothing like that. It was good, and you can actually binge watch it. That's how good it was. But we only got that one episode so far. So if you didn't watch it, go watch it, because you know us over here as checkmates, we're going to definitely go and recap it repeatedly. And that's that. That's my time, guys. I'm out of here. I love you, checkmates. Until next time, bye.